So yeah, we're
All right.
firing
So
some guns, and Henry here just got this Ruger's Security 9,
yeah.
9 millimeter, and I have, I guess, a little more experience.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that was my first time going to the range. Really. I mean, I'd fired before like 22 shotguns out on the ranch,
Yeah,
but never gone out to the range.
shooting
And
armadillos, and my background was guns. So I was in the Army Reserves for 8 years, and I actually didn't fire pistols except one time when an officer let me shoot his Beretta 92 or M9 as they call it in the Army. But other than that, I hadn't had a lot of pistol experience until I got my own little target pistol, a little 22, and then later on I got a Taurus G2 C9 millimeter, and so I've been shooting that a lot and gotten pretty good with it, as you'll see from our targets. But I wanted to show them how to operate these Ruger Security 9, and man, let me tell you, I'm jealous.
yeah,
That thing is a sweet shooter. The trigger is, I really love my Taurus G2C, which unfortunately I don't have here on me right now. But it's just a little smaller than the Security 9. And it only holds 12 rounds, and this one holds 15 rounds per magazine. But this one has a little bigger barrel, and it definitely has a much nicer trigger. And the trigger on this thing is just phenomenal. And the recoil is about the same as the Taurus, but the sights are definitely better. I don't know what it is about these sights, and I don't know if you can. Don't worry. Oh, it's clear. We already cleared the pistol and everything. I already took it apart earlier, so it's clear. But if you can see on the sights,
no, but that's probably
so
actually when I was shooting with yours, the Taurus, I don't know, maybe it was just the type of ammo you had, or I felt like a little bit more recoil.
tiny bit more recoil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Which makes sense because it's a little bit smaller pistol.
Mm-hmm.
It's made for more for concealed carry. Although this one I think is small enough to conceal carry. Should you decide to get your concealed carry permit. But it's funny. It's like he shot my Taurus a little bit more accurately.
Yeah.
And I shot his Ruger like crazy accurately.
That's when you started hitting really, yeah.
Like this is actually both the Taurus and the Ruger, but immediately I started shooting everything within a little circle, like right around here. I was just like, whoa, that is awesome. The other holes are from 22s and my AR-15 pistol, which that didn't go so well, but
Well, the AR is pretty fun to shoot.
oh, it was fun to shoot. I made the mistake of buying cheap sights. Don't buy cheap sights, folks. It's just a waste of money. Always save up your pennies and get something decent, something really good. But the rifle itself performed perfectly. It's a Palmetto State Armory AR-15 pistol build with a 7-inch barrel. I didn't expect it to be all that accurate, but when I did get groups, it grouped really well. Like this little 3-round group right here, it's at 50 yards. So that wasn't too bad. I was happy with that. But the sights just sucked because they didn't hold 0. Yeah. But anyways, back to the pistol. That one, super accurate. No malfunctions, 0 malfunctions. And how many rounds? 2 boxes of rounds.
2 boxes, 50.
So 100 rounds.
Yeah, about 100 rounds.
Yeah, 100 rounds of ammo, no malfunctions. On my Taurus G2C, I had only 1 malfunction, but it was because I was using a Sig Sauer 20-round magazine that's not designed for that pistol. And but most likely even that was probably a round that didn't seat well inside the magazine. Who knows? Other than that, on the regular Taurus magazines, it performed perfectly.
for somebody who's never owned a gun, and they want to own a pistol, I mean, do you recommend this
Oh yeah,
pistol? Like,
definitely. This is a great choice. It's got quite a few safety features. It's got a on the trigger, you have like a Glock style little trigger safety there. That's your main safety. On the slide, you have another safety right up here that you can use. And I don't recommend actually using that slide safety. The reason why is because if you're going to use it for home defense, you're probably going to forget to take off that safety, and that one little screw up can cost you your life. However, at home, this is my own personal choice. I don't leave a round in the chamber in any of my firearms. But if I was carrying, however, as a carry gun, that I would recommend always keeping with a round in the chamber. Because if you're going to ever use it in a situation, you're going to have but half a second to react. And you're not going to have time even to rack that slide most of the times. When you're holstering and you have a round in the chamber, you don't want to have your finger right here in the trigger guard. And a lot of new pistol owners, they have a bad habit of putting their finger there. Always keep your finger here, right there on the lower receiver. The reason why, because if you have it here and you slide it into your holster, if the side of the holster hits your finger right here and pushes it up, back, it's going to push it up right into that trigger, and it's going to go off, and that can, if you're doing appendix carry, you can blow your dick off, and which has happened. And if you're carrying on your hip, you can shoot into your leg and hit your femoral artery or do permanent damage to your leg bones and stuff. And so, yeah.
You go first to go out there and you start hearing the bangs, the pops.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're not familiar. I mean, yeah, you'll hear them with a shotgun every once in a while, but still, it's different.
Yeah, when it's right next to your head.
Right next to your eyes.
And then you got...
and then you have casings lying on you.
The case is like smacking you in the head from the guy next to you. Yeah, that's... Oh, the poor bastards sitting next to... On the AR-15 pistol, it has a 7-inch barrel. And because the barrel's so small, it burns a lot of the powder as it's leaving the barrel. And it has a little flash, an M16A2 flash, birdcage type flash hider, or compensator, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of the flash goes sideways. And if you're there to the side of it, you can feel it, like the concussion. It's kind of like jars your head. And yeah, it's not pleasant. So I felt bad for the guy sitting to my right. He put up his rifle case up next to him. And also he had an expensive, like some $3,000 Gucci sniper rifle set up, and my cases were smacking into his gun. So he was probably like, "Man, you're scratching my paint up." Like, so. But
all right, but I mean, we got some footage of when we were shooting, and we'll mix it in. Yeah. We got Shiner
Bock beer is awesome,
and then we got Griff's. We went out and got some Griff's.
Yeah, Griff's, they make the best burgers. Awesome burgers. Yep.
All right then.
Yep.
Cool.
And so catch you later.
Out.